International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUM for life. We are IUM.
Good evening and welcome to Today on One. I'm Maggie Forciero. In the news tonight, heated confrontations at genocide protest, Nampol educates communities on Witchcraft Act, Deb Marine reinforces aid to Health Ministry, public urge to assist finding the creators of the 1990 Independence mural, and pig breeders struggles to keep up with feed, and Roundup Business on One, Comments Corner, Sports and the weather. Various opposition parties and genocide-affected community members held a peaceful demonstration to hand over a petition to the Speaker of the National Assembly. The protesters were forced to jump over the Parliament gate to protest directly in front of the Parliament building. Opposition party members had heated confrontations with law enforcement before the situation was brought under control.
Yeah, he said you was Yes. All right, it's fine.
Where is that guy? Where is he? Else I will go in and talk to the speaker. Where is the man who assaulted me?
The Landless People's Movement LPM leader Bernardo Swarboy said that he is happy that so many Namibians came out to protest against the genocide deal that is currently before Parliament in the National Assembly.
Solicit more unity among the various groups, because we think what a day like this achieves is more education for the locals, but also for the international community, that we are here to make our voices heard both locally, on the African continent and globally. And we find that every time that communities stand up in this fashion, the rapport that we have on what the affected communities want gets more and more recorded in global media, around global governments that are interested in this matter. So our expectations were quite exceeded in terms of both numbers, the substance. You can ask any demonstrator why they're here, but also the discipline in which people really came today. But what is a very good threshold that these guys of SWAPO have set is that you no longer are welcome at Parliament. The nearest you can come is Zoo Park or at the gate of Parliament. And I think people took this house today to demonstrate that this is our house. Anytime we can come here, there will be no damage to property, there will be no violence. We will come here from time to time as and when necessary to merely state our case and demonstrate our anger and then go home.
The leader of the official opposition, Popular Democratic Movement, PDM, McHenry Vanani, called on the Speaker of the National Assembly to do the right thing and accept the petition.
It is the right of citizens enshrined in the Constitutional Republic for citizens to protest. It is a constitutional right. So we envisage people in the Constitution to do whatever it is enshrined for them. It's a peaceful march, but quite a very important march because it is raising a number of issues, rejecting the 1.1 billion quantum that the Germans want to pay us, the very same amount of money that the Germans have already given to Namibians for the last 31 years is the same amount they want to pay us. And now what kind of an apology or guilt do they find themselves guilty on if they want to pay us exactly the same amount of money that they paid us without having any guilt? Two, we are having representations of our people across the diaspora. Namibians, children of Namibian parents born in diaspora, in Botswana, in South Africa, and in Angola, that are not part of this package? How do you speak of genocide and apology and reparations that do not reach those that were directly affected?
The mayor of Windhoek and affirmative repositioning movement activist-in-chief Dr. Job Amupanda also made an appearance. He told protesters that he believes that Parliament will not be able to solve this issue.
So clearly, I personally don't think that this Parliament is going to solve this problem. The battle must be in the street. The battle must be in the communities. The battle must be in the traditional authorities, so that we can bring the battles there. If you have to demonstrate every month in the name of genocide, let's do it. If we have to make sure that we engage everybody in society, let's do it. If we have to talk about genocide in the club, let's do it. If we have to talk about genocide in the church, let's do it. That is why I'm saying, Auntie Esther here, she's in a difficult position. She's sitting in cabinet. She's also waging a struggle. She has been a chairperson of the foundation. She has been going to Germany. What you need to do as young people is to make her proud. How do you make her proud? By taking the fight to the doorstep of those ones that are doing it. By ensuring that you engage and engage and engage.
IPC Chief Patriot made a late entrance and told onlookers to ask themselves why are they here and to understand that this issue affects all Namibians.
But I want you to ask yourself the question today here. I don't want to go into the details of the deals. I want you as Namibians to ask each of you the question, why am I here? Ask yourself that question. This is not a question of the affected communities of the Namas and the Hereros. Every single Namibian has been impacted upon.
The petition was received by the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, Luede Kasingo.
Every Saturday at 7 p.m., you can stay true to Namibia Sounds with the Valentine's True Music Sessions. Only on 99 FM. Stay tuned. Stay true. There's no wrong way. Valentine's. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
This is my favorite gear, cause it speaks for me and all my brothers. Nivea Men Black and White Deo. With 5 times Deo action to protect you and your favorite gear from stains. Try Nivea's #1 anti-stain deodorant. Nivea Men, it starts with you.
Members of the Namibian Police Force are embarking on follow-up cases relating to witchcraft allegations and those of prophetic revelations in which many of the accusers were arrested for defamation of character and disturbing of peace within communities.
Many community members live in fear of being stoned to death because they are accused of witchcraft. Today on One, and Naples Community Affairs Department looked into some cases within local communities.
Opuna batino kadonanda proposile de katumino mtana kongeno na kuyenda de toka tumino kambi takakana ngara kambi
mo osa de 27 ya July June ilo July lwapo reane tati mekwini onge akote committee dokulukandalu sotalo liwa kumenkwa na mbweli opo ihatukofa atuliwa ike ohatumonombwa ndo mbwayo osipalo sha nkwanambo nde hatunangalo kombo vati anhu mbaye no materero he alongifiro kambishi ava kavena sho he valongifiro mbwa halongifa no mbwanu wayamu yo makonda ndaimwe natango yafumbidi wangene afangeno yi vati one vati hanangalifa anu nayo
ndati he mono sipala sha membo ndai yo tati alo mikoshipala shao uinyala mikoshipala shao
ono koshipala shani
shame ilima Odimo shame mpanambo emeli matati mbo me unyoe halo mkuspala shame ilimi. Ne panambo. Chone mapopya na memo. Sikola msipoke doshipopla utame ilima mo ve mono nyala me panambo.
Tango ndikongandi wete. Somgandi wete. Omuntu domoke mweyo shima sipsi. Mnepoipi. Amandi temangeno katosha ukango jange yakuloye kidzimeke ya sinite mabali amombwange ndiwete amika monani avesha wandi mona omacho isindi mona ebo ndiwete ne after kondifa kufa mongeno mbuluko yange ngaha ame andi tinga isinda kinyenga ngaha ombwe ikoyo ndamona na tango ngao
ndengero ndekuyalula ndani ndo masiko ngita ndikumona ondinokuya nditi nene ngo andikumona anosike ukatikongo pundaye mani otopondereje shikano ndikuninga ndinokuya ndikukure ya ondisukutana kuitamo kurani unako
memele wapopya batoti henga ndakalampa menkwa nambwa ilo melie inompulashi
ai nandi mpulasa
oiki nompulira ngengo homono tekuponda shashanka toho kolora toti onungengo hontonjo dite kufika meni ounaku yapuyende topopinai oboiki nofika mande topopinai
hiki na mefoseka ondati ngae onde mona lum uti nandi mona ondamona ndapondwa ye amono kana ka ota itipokolonisa kuja gwanja nuo hakara atarikana iko
ano eshiwa
ndiari
andia manga memi kwa shashatu tumakani fini ano ati onwino mona owamona ike wapondo wapondo akushiku chokuli kakeleke kucha watu wakumwesha shoka nakoye okokapopya kucha okokaponda takapopi kucha omemou kaife pondolo eli no mono nu otali holola kucha okanashita kaponda kufonseka nabo toponda kufonseka shashami no mona ngamanda mani kakwa kana koyi
ngayo ndekapuka kucha oruti alisheke hapo ndenje natamwina ndimona ndo ndakapotse vina kucha ndentu brake vina kucha mkwana mbwe sanje
ndo kuzeshike kati na vino mona
okarunga areshipeje.
Nampol's Community Affairs Department has been receiving an increase of cases from community members of defamation of character. Thus, for the past year, Chief Inspector Christine Danfose Shikongo has embarked on an educational campaign to educate members on the Witchcraft Suppression Proclamation Act 27 of 1933.
Akotana mibia shanga sitatuti kucha ulojo ulikwa vamushi sengenga tushio maulo ditaduru kukalera poshashina tumona ndatu tutaupopiu nengengo unofia unenofia yeku ya fiomonte. You will end up seeing things ino imonanari okupoteko kwa shiri nande mucha kucha ame opamene iye amenolodi shashikwete kucha tatobolodi andike mwame nandishipeni amwanda amene oshimashi shoku ya mungongova kwa shiwani ngetankalita mpopi oshimito druku shikalerapo.
Following the confrontation between the accusers, one of them was taken into custody and made her first appearance in court yesterday.
Deb Marie Namibia, in its continued support towards the Ministry of Health and Social Services, on Monday availed 6 ventilators, humidifiers and consumables valued at $2 million Namibia to the ministry. The Diamond Mining Company has in the past contributed to the ministry's efforts with renovation upgrades to the Karatura Hospital Center for Disease Control Clinic, sponsorship towards Oshakati Intermediate Hospital, renovations of the Windhoek Central Hospital Mental Health Unit, and most recently, a donation of high-tech endoscopy medical equipment to the Onandokwe State Hospital, valued at $1.3 million Namibia.
Deb Marine, Chief Executive Officer at the occasion, noted that the donation was necessitated by the surge of COVID-19 cases during the third wave, urging continued adherence to COVID-19 health regulations as the country gears up for the fourth wave.
Our call was, when it comes to saving lives, you rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. The resources used to make these donations possible, which we since last year, came from our Namibian diamonds. In this instance, our marine natural diamonds. They belong to the nation. They don't belong to Willie Mertens and I or Honorable Minister. They belong to the nation. We are only entrusted to lead and manage the operation by our government in partnership with the bears. But, ladies and gentlemen, we must all tell that story, all of us. the story of what good our natural diamonds do to us here in Namibia. We cannot leave it to my boss, Mr. Bruce Cleaver, sitting in London, to tell the story for us, what good the diamonds are doing for us. That story is more powerful if it comes from the horse's mouth, from Honorable Minister, from the ED, from Otto, from us, all of us Namibians, rather than from somebody sitting in Beijing or New York.
The Minister of Health and Social Services receiving the donation commended the diamond mining company for its consistency in strengthening its corporate social responsibility.
The NAMDEB was one of the first private sector laboratories to start conducting COVID-19 PCR tests and have donated testing equipment, including PCR testing machine. It has partnered with the University of Namibia School of Medicine to manage and conduct the tests, following formal licensing process conducted by the Ministry of Health and Social Services and the Namibia Institute of Pathology. These services are continuing. UNAM will retain the ownership of the testing equipment post-COVID-19 pandemic to test for other viruses as applicable. The UNAM Molecular Diagnosis Laboratory recently carried out genome sequencing, which confirmed the presence of the Delta variant, which is circulating in Namibia.
The company, together with its venture partners in March this year, pledged 26 million Namibia dollars towards the government's national COVID-19 vaccination sourcing and distribution program.
Growing together, I think that means progress and not leaving anybody behind.
Walking hand in hand.
Working or walking?
Both.
Together means we're pulling our weight.
You know you are never alone, and that is a very good feeling.
You can expect a win-win future.
If we're in it together,
we can grow together.
Matufo kukwika ndino ndi kushamuhuka tukare novini korwa vingi.
Who would I like to share my future with?
Somebody who cares for me.
I think someone I connect with that gets me.
Definitely someone willing to walk the distance. You know, put in the work.
Someone that has a track record of success.
Someone who knows our future is bright and worth the investment.
When growing together, I foresee a prosperous future, a secured future.
Sharing a lifetime, having a common objective. Complete honesty.
I expect to see a future where there are no inequalities.
Buy shares in the initial public offering of MTC, which opens on the 20th of September 2021. It is a future worth investing in. MTC, make the connection.
BBC's Smart Money program presents an exciting new technology segment dubbed Smart Tech.
Ghana have a problem of unemployment, also the problem of housing and schools under trees. Now Plus wants to use the problem of plastic waste to solve the problem of schools under trees, housing, and create more jobs for the youth in the country.
Bonjour. Hello, I am Saoudou Niang, director of the Palms Luxury Boutique Hotel in Dakar. I started by cleaning a toilet. Today, I am the manager of my own 5-star hotel boutique with 60 employees.
To give more people access to these life-saving vaccines, South Africa and India have proposed a waiver of COVID-19 patents, and the move seems to be gathering momentum after receiving the backing of the United States. But even if the patent waiver is indeed granted, can Africa manufacture these vaccines at scale?
Despite receiving support from Namibia Breweries Limited and Namibia Dairies, pig farmer Stella Drusilla Uiras still finds it difficult to feed her pigs sufficiently. She is now calling for more assistance from other businesses.
Farming pigs for a living isn't an easy task, especially when there's insufficient support, says local pig farmer Stella Drusilla Wiras. Her pig's diet mainly consists of milk and hops, which she says is inadequate.
The business can be good, but I'm having challenges like for the pigs to be maintained. So I'm getting milk from Namibia dairies, and I'm also getting hop from Namibian breweries. So the other thing is, if I got maybe from the shops like ShopRite, Pick n Pay and fruits and veggies to assist me with them, then I can produce more quality pigs as I'm having now, and more pigs so that we can produce overseas and in local communities, and even help the other youth to be employed.
Wiras' farm is part of a rural development project aimed at assisting people in becoming self-sufficient. Every so often, government officials visit the farms to get updates on their progress.
Yeah, I'm really calling for the local business people, especially the butcheries who are in the meat business, to support the local people. These people are trying hard to improve their livelihood, but then if our local business are not supporting them, then their energy and effort will be all in vain. I'm really calling all the business people who are in meat business to support our project. Today we have a higher number of youth who are not employed, so by them taking care of this business, they will at least reduce unemployment, especially in their own family.
Minister of Urban and Rural Development Eraste Zutoni also visited the farm and seemed quite impressed with the progress. Apart from struggling to feed her pigs, Wiras experiences a shortage of buyers. She currently only distributes pork to one local butchery. She says most people prefer buying from well-established suppliers.
The ENK Institute for Public Art, a Windhoek-based creative non-profit, has issued an artist appeal for help in locating the painters who created the Independence mural in 1990, the year Namibia attained independence. The 1990 Independence mural can be found near the Central Business Centre on Mandume Ndemifayo Avenue.
Emmanuel Nkara, the founder and director of the ENK Institute for Public Art, is passionate about art and making it inclusive and accessible to Namibians through public art forms such as sculptures, murals, mini parks, creative walkways, and the renovation of existing artwork. Today on One spoke with Nkara about the latest public art initiative, which aims to track down the artists who created the 1990 Independence mural on Mandume Ndemifayo Avenue.
Right opposite Chameleon Backpackers, there is the 1990 Independence mural right behind me. And this mural is probably not the oldest, but probably the largest display of a mural and public art that we have in Windhoek. So the 1990 Independence mural project is a ENK project, is a new project where we are looking for the artists who were children, who are now adults. We are looking for those adults who painted this wall, so they can give us a little bit of feedback on what their perceptions were of Namibia in 1990 when we gained our independence. And we believe the stories that they can tell, even though they were children, but now adults, the stories they will be able to tell will be so rejuvenating and interesting and it will give another spectrum to what public art can be. We have a partnership with City of Windhoek that have allowed us to recreate this area, which will then showcase the mural in a better light. And we're talking about parks, we're talking about benches, pathways, and other outdoor exciting content. So that is what we wish to do with the 1990 Independence Mural Project in its entirety.
According to the founder of the ENK Institute for Public Art has the unique power to improve people's health and well-being. He also mentioned that one of the organization's pillars is to financially empower local creatives.
Our 5 main pillars are artist income, where we give artists the opportunity to earn a larger income for larger art projects. The next pillar is the psychology of public art, which has the unique ability to actually benefit the psychology of the people who experience the public art around their city and town. Number 2 is tourism. It of course invites tourists and internationals around the world to view what artists in Namibia can create within public spaces. Number 4 is the national identity. Artists have the ability to express themselves. So it's exciting for us to travel to other towns like Keetmanshoop and Ongwediva, obviously starting with Windhoek, and have artists within that town and in their areas create for their area. And that's essential. And number 5 is of course the beautification of the towns and the cities. It's so important that, of course, advertising is a good thing and an important thing, outdoor advertising, but to experience art is a rehabilitator to the mind. And for the mind to be rehabilitated is so important for Namibian society.
The names of the artists must be submitted by the 30th of October this year as part of their corporate social duty, and Kara also invited marketing managers to join the initiative and promote local artists.
Why do we do it? Cover up, tone down, hide, instead of choosing boldness. Celebrate the skin you're in with Nivea Rich Nourishing. Our triple layered care of deep moisture serum, natural almond oil, and vitamin E enriches your skin for 48 hours. It's time to show off your best skin. Choose to wear your skin with pride every time with Nivea Rich Nourishing.
Growing together, I think that means progress and not leaving anybody behind.
Walking hand in hand.
Working or walking?
Both.
Together means we're pulling our weight.
You know you are never alone, and that is a very good feeling.
You can expect a win-win future.
If we're in it together,
we can grow together.
Matutho kukwika ndino ndi kushamuhuka tukare novini korwa vingi.
Who would I like to share my future with?
Somebody who cares for me.
I think someone I connect with that gets me.
Definitely someone willing to walk the distance. You know, put in the work.
Someone that has a track record of success.
Someone who knows our future is bright and worth the investment.
When growing together, I foresee a prosperous future, a secured future.
Sharing a lifetime, having a common objective.
Complete honesty.
I expect to see a future where there are no inequalities.
Buy shares in the initial public offering of MTC, which opens on the 20th of September 2021. It is a future worth investing in. MTC, make the connection.
In other leading stories, focusing on curbing high school dropout rates in the Donkerbos village in the Omaheke region, a NUST computer science lecturer, Rosetta Keys, developed a prototype mobile platform for counseling primary school learners. case research titled Developing Technology to Strengthen Resilience in SAN Children to Reduce School Dropouts explored current technologies being used to provide counseling services to SAN children facing social hardships. The mobile counseling platform was developed based on information gathered from stories of successful SAN youth who previously dropped out of school and current issues identified by the primary school learners. According to Case, an evaluation of the effectiveness of the application was done after the learners were involved in the project, adding that this was done using psychological tools and resources to weigh their level of resilience. The assessment revealed a positive change in the learners' understanding of others' feelings, awareness of self-esteem, coping with stress, demonstrating empathy to others, and knowing who to consult when in need of assistance.
Are you a CMAS member? Did you know that should you need medical treatment, you have access to quality private hospitalization, guaranteed specialist treatment in private hospitals across Namibia with Compliment Gap? Compliment Gap is a complimentary product for CMAS members only, which covers the shortfall between what CMAS pays and private hospitals charge. You and your family have more than 2 million in medical gap cover per year at a very affordable price. That's not all. You also have access to emergency evacuation within Namibia and $10 million international travel cover for those unforeseen events abroad. Take the financial burden off your shoulders. Invest in your family's health. SMS GAP to 999 555 and we'll contact you. Terms and conditions apply.
Every Saturday at 7 p.m., you can stay true to Namibia Sounds with the Valentine's True Music Sessions. Only on 99 FM. Stay tuned. Stay true. There's no wrong way. Valentine's. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Drink responsibly.
Hey kids, are you in primary school and want to get extra supplementary maths, English and science lessons? Then invite Learning In with One Africa TV's #LearnOn1 every weekday from 9 to 11 a.m. with repeats from 2 to 4 p.m. And thanks to NMH's MyZone, these lessons are 100% Namibian. There's so much to learn with #LearnOn1. Invite Learning In.
Joseph Shufene is standing by for today's edition of Business on One and Economic Indicators.
Welcome to this evening's edition of Business on One. I'm Joseph Shufene. The region of Omaheke in the east is exploring the possibility of establishing mining activities in the region to boost development and provide employment to the residents. Regional Governor Pio Nganate is optimistic that the expansion into a new sector will support job creation. With a population of nearly 100,000 people, most inhabitants in the Omaheke region reside in the rural areas where farming is taking place. Business on One caught up with the governor recently, who said the pandemic has affected most businesses in the region. He added that investments in the mining sector are on the rise as exploration activities have kicked off.
Mining have been an absent activity in Omaheke. We were never known as a mining region, but I can tell you that there are explorations taking place in the area of Wetfley, and a smelter plant have been put up at Wetfley that is smelting copper ore from Kamanyap now, and once exploration will be successful in the area of Wetfley, we will definitely have our own copper in the mine. The smelter plant will go in full operation.
Known for cattle farming, the region is looking into value addition to create more opportunities for those that wish to establish startups.
The region has been known all along as a cattle country, and we were merely relying on beef. but we decided to embark upon mixed farming and crop farming to be specific also, to bring it to the forth. And I can attest that about 700 hectares of land have been put under irrigation, and our crop farmers have grown in number. We are busy bringing AMTA to Omaheke so that our crops can be taken up. We are also, together with the World Food Programme, working on off-takes for the farmers so that they do not only produce, but there are off-takes. We're looking at value addition for the products of the farmers so that they can have a longer shelf life. So what we're looking at also is in terms of the farm called Rodombahe in the area of Omitara, that we want to encourage small stock farming and also mixed farming actually, and intensive farming, so and also promote the issue, as I said, of value addition so that we keep the product longer on the shelf and also do more value for it within the region. And we're looking at innovation so that we can create startups and not create employees. So we, as the Office of the Governor, we have established our innovation village within the town of Kobabas. That is not a static center, but it's a robust and dynamic center that will be moving from constituency to constituency and try to reach all residents of Omaheke. So that, in a nutshell, the activities that we are busy with in the Omaheke to try and bring about economic prosperity to our people.
The region is currently facing the highest death rate in the country at 7.2% due to COVID-19. The governor said such initiatives will revive the economy of the region that has already lost many leaders from the business sector. Thank you for watching. Join me again next time, and don't forget to follow us on our social media pages.
What's up, world? This is Shay, the goddess of the airwaves, on 99 FM, Monday to Friday, serving you breakfast on the ignition between 6 and 9. We brought you to be inspired, taking you to master your destiny. Now it's time to do the work.
Just show up.
Put on your work boots and do the time.
Make it, and then make it better.
Hello world, it's your boy Script here on The Kingdom, where we're reminding you every single day.
Get up. You've got this. Start where you are.
Hey, this is your girl Treza on Hitsville on 99 FM, letting you know it's okay.
Try.
Make mistakes.
Ask.
I am Sibo, and I'm going to be with you for quite a while. Thank you so much for joining us here on your inspiration station, where we let you know
there's no easy money, there's no easy job, there's no easy life.
99 FM. Do the work.
Time now for Comments Corner, your daily dose of comments from our social media pages. The Affirmative Repositioning Movement has called out the Aranos Town Council for advertising a post for operator driver, which requires a grade 10 qualification, but has hired a candidate with merely a high school testimonial. The movement also revealed that the candidate does not fulfill the requirements and was handpicked for the position. Caesar says the majority of testimonials are false. Sporo says corruption in Namibia must fall. Meke notes that the whole government system is faulty, adding that there might even be ghost employees that went undetected for years. Salkel Joseph says experience counts. while Popsy notes that the qualifications should be removed as the candidate is able to do the job. That is all from Comments Corner. Be sure to post your comments on our social media pages for broadcast only on Today on One.
Nothing is too good for my daughter. Now here's the deal, Nambi. There's no playing around with other boys before your wedding. Do you understand me? It's the most important day of your life.
Nambi, baby, you have a face like a beautiful person. I got you this Virgin Mary necklace to protect your innocence.
Stupid man. We have loved each other since high school, and now you want to turn your back on me? All the plans we made, you just throw them away? And you want Nambi now? When I've always been there for you, Ziwa, do you understand? And she doesn't even love you. I wasted my time on someone like you.
Don't be like that, Jalia.
Love, everybody needs it. Love.
Time now for today's sports update with Charo Musiandaka.
Welcome to Sports on One. I'm Charo Musiandaka. The MTC Senior Men's National Indoor Hockey Team, who recently missed out a chance to qualify for the Indoor Hockey World Cup that is scheduled for the first week of February next year, 2022 in Belgium, was last week handed a lifeline when the FIH announced that Australia and New Zealand will not be participating at the next year's World Cup. More on this story from our sports desk.
Despite being the lowest ranked in Pool B, Namibia's senior hockey team coach is confident that the team will prepare to compete and not just participate.
I can tell you now that the team that we took to the qualifiers did not qualify because they're a bad team. They're a really good bunch of youngsters, and they, by the grace of God, they've been given a second chance. And we see this as a miracle to get back onto the world stage again and to showcase our youngsters, our young Namibian hockey players, and we're very excited. Yes, we do have a hard pool, but I always say if you're going to go to the world stage, you must play against the best, and we're very blessed to be playing against Germany and Netherlands. And I can assure you, we are going to prep ourselves silly and to the best of our ability to give a great performance at the World Cup. And everything has just panned out nicely for the 7 years that we've prepared. So all I can tell you is that if we don't win the World Cup, we'll definitely be giving the best account that we can give. And right now, everything's playing in our favour. Namibia sports is on a high, and I don't see why our ladies and our men can't, do the same for Namibian sports. What's exciting is when you do something and you don't know how you can improve on that. We definitely can improve on our qualified performance, so we'll be a lot better prepared, and I'm glad to hear that MTC identifies preparation is so important. So already our mind's going wild of what we can do. We've got enough time to prepare. This is not as though it's too short notice. We are going as the underdog, which is not a bad thing. It's most times can be a good thing. But I can assure you the boys are so hyped and excited that that they're going to go and get good results for us. Yeah. If you have a look, we are one of the lowest ranked teams at the tournament. We rank 16, so our goal will definitely be to improve on that ranking.
Having been on board for the Hockey Federation, telecommunications giant MTC have pledged a special preparation amount to allow for the team to prepare better going to the World Cup.
I'm sure the preparation will also start. I'm happy to hear that most of the boys are playing international. And I can tell you, when the ladies qualified for the World Cup, everybody was talking about hockey. And these are the sort of role models that sports create. And I just hope that we, as a country, we are able to give sports the chance that it deserves in terms of budgets and in terms of support and in terms of, just making sure that we have competent people around the management of sports. We also know that as a result of these preparation expenses will go up, We know that the ladies are already standing at about 4.2 for total budget for the World Cup. I know that MTC has a commitment of 1 million per annum, but that's for both teams. I'm also happy to announce that we will, just for preparations, give an extra 900,000 Namibian dollars so that the team can properly prepare. Preparation is very, very important. You can't send a team to the World Cup and they haven't prepared properly. So we're happy to announce that we will ensure that 900,000, I know 1 million sounds much better, but but 900,000 in addition, just for the special allocation that we've made for the World Cup, so that the teams can prepare properly. I know the teams are preparing in Windhoek and Swakopmund, because once you're there, we want you to really compete and not just participate. And I know that both teams are ready.
The MTC senior men's hockey team is placed in Pool B alongside Germany, the Netherlands, United States of America, hosts Belgium and Iran.
Well, that's all the time we have for you this evening for Sports on One. Join us again for more sports, and don't forget to follow us on our social media pages. Back to you, Maggie.
Thanks a lot, Charo, for the latest in sports. Time now for the weather forecast.
Time now for the weather forecast. The interior will be partly cloudy and hot in the Khomas and Omaheke regions. Elsewhere, partly cloudy and very hot. Windy conditions are expected. The coast will be partly cloudy and mild with fog patches in the morning. The wind will be light northwesterly to fresh southwesterly. Now let's have a look at the minimum and maximum temperatures across the country and beyond.
That is all we have for you this evening. Join us again tomorrow, same time. Till next time, it's good night.
The International University of Management, a Namibian university dedicated to its people's future, a hub of abundant opportunities.
We are IUM for life. We are IUM. Black sunrise, always gonna be a surprise, 'cause we don't know the way it's going to go, 'cause we can see the way it's going to be, 'cause we can see.
We're talking about COVID. Baba G, tell us about the day you found out you had COVID.
The day I found out I had COVID, just a difficult day. I didn't understand how I got COVID, because I was always covered, I was always with my hand sanitizer. It came with my wife. And that whole day, I was thinking, what's gonna happen to me? I'm gonna survive. my kids. I was losing my tasting, smelling. There were some days I will test my taste buds and put like 4 or 5 chilies in my coffee. No ways. I didn't taste it.
So did you also lose your appetite in the process?
It was very funny. In the first week, no, I was chowing like I will wake up like midnight and make for me something. But after the first week, then the appetite was gone. When you go to bed, your body is also automatically switching off. And that's a dangerous time for COVID. It's like glass pinching you, cutting you inside your lungs. Then the heart was pumping like rabbit pumps. You are losing a lot of fluids at night.
Is that through fever or what?
Yeah, it's through fever.
So have you experienced any side effects from having contracted COVID-19?
No, not yet. Maybe still coming, but not yet.
And your wife?
She was complaining about light head. It's an annoying headache. It's light, but it's annoying.
So basically you didn't take any prescribed medicine from the doctor to recover from COVID?
No, I didn't. The only thing I was using is desperate for my blood not to clot. Because for some people, when your lungs are really, really infected, your blood will start to clot from the lungs, close all the airways. That's where we are passing. I'm smoking cigarette, and when you were a smoker, and COVID in your lungs now.
So then after you both found out you had COVID, what did you guys do to protect the kids?
The kids move out from the house. The booties will come, then we'll collect everything for them and just put for them outside. When they came, just grab the food and go.
So what was the biggest battle for you? Was it mental or physical?
Mentally. Mentally was the biggest battle. I'm actually an international movie maker, and my career was cut off. I couldn't put bread on the table. There were some days have one meal for the day, then went to bed. And that was hitting me in my mind. What if Blessing get corona now? Where am I gonna go? Who's gonna help? There were also some people depend on us in the rural areas. We couldn't help them. My future was black, dark, dark, dark. I couldn't even see that small light at the end of the tunnel. One day, my daughter decided, now, I want to see my father today. And I just told her, yeah, she can come. The first words was, Daddy, I was praying for you yesterday night. Don't worry, Corona will go back soon. And I was asking, from where? From Namibia? She said, no, not from Namibia, from you. And you are not looking good. And she was actually heartbroken. Until today, she hates Corona. From there, then I was like, oh, okay. If the smallest one is saying this, why am not picking me up self and do the right thing and get rid of this thing? That's where I started to run, to practice, coming to my quiet place. And actually, the main thing that broke my heart during that time was there was no one. The time of COVID, there was no one.
So can you tell us where we are right now?
We are at my silent place. I call this place my silent place. I will come here when the COVID is hitting me like 120%. Looking at the ocean, then you will hear voices like, no, you don't belong here. Today you don't belong here. Get up and go home. Some days they will nurse you like, no, you will survive. Your future is a bright future. You must not give up now. Think about your kids. Think about the people around you. Even the wind will do that. Actually, you must meditate. The thing of COVID is, looks like COVID is afraid of the warmness and is friends with the coldness. So the whole time you are baking in the sun, it helps a lot.
So is that what you did?
Yeah, I did. I will do that twice a day. This was supposed to be a golden year for me, a very, very good golden year for me, but then COVID decided, no, this is not going to be your golden year. Everything was cancelled. We, the filmmakers, this year, from the international shoots, lost lot of money.
You've lost 3 family members? Is it all due to COVID?
No, not all due to COVID. First one, my sister. She was very close to me. She contracted COVID April, and she was in ICU for 3 months. The COVID damaged her lungs, and at the stage her lungs collapsed and she couldn't breathe without the machines. Her kidneys failed, her liver has failed. COVID is real. First of all, COVID is real. It's not a joke. Most of the people, they fall away from COVID regulations. Still early to fall away from COVID regulations. We must still go in line with those COVID regulations.
And how long did you say it took you to recover?
3 weeks, 21 days.
What must somebody do to change your mind from that negative perspective to that positive?
COVID, no job, it's very dangerous. There was one day I just decided I'm gonna take a rope, go to the jetty, sit around there, and after all I will hang there by the jetty. The time I arrived here, there was no wind, out of nowhere. The ocean was like angry, and it started to get cold, and I was like, but it was just nice weather. Then I sat down. Then the universe will talk with you, the wind, the sun, the ocean. That's the main thing of COVID. If you don't save yourself, no one will save you. And we must always appreciate what we have around us. That's the main thing in COVID. If you don't appreciate what you have around you, no, you will lose your head.
Smile, smile, smile. When you walk with me, I just want you to smile, smile.
My industry and what I've done with my hands in Namibia, it's going all over the world, and here you are, Papa G, you want to quit now. I'm excited for 2021. It's not gonna be the same like 2020 now. I'm making back in the groove.
Give me food, clothes, water, and shelter. Nothing else, no matter. You're my moonlight in my oven. Let all my sins be forgiven. Happiness rain on me. Never let the children cry.
What's up, world? This is Shay, the goddess of the airwaves, on 99 FM, Monday to Friday, serving you breakfast on the ignition between 6 and 9. We brought you to be inspired, taking you to master your destiny. Now it's time to do the work.
Just show up.
Put on your work boots and do the time.
Make it, and then make it better.
Hello world, it's your boy Script here on The Kingdom, where we're reminding you every single day.
Get up. You've got this. Start where you are.
Hey, this is your girl Treza on Hitsville on 99 FM, letting you know it's okay.
Try.
Make mistakes.
Ask.
I am Sibo, and I'm going to be with you for quite a while. Thank you so much for joining us here on your inspiration station, where we let you know
there's no easy money, there's no easy job, there's no easy life.
99 FM. Do the work.